Yo, what is going on, YouTube? Year One Blink here. Today we got some crazy gaming news. So it looks like Square Enix, the Final Fantasy people, Square Enix reportedly overhauling how it makes games. Square Enix says more and more games either crash and burn or find big success. Okay. As players throng to a handful of major titles. After a whole lot of highs and lows in the recent publishing catalog, Square Enix acknowledges to investors that games make up risky business without much of a middle ground between the colossal hits and the tremendous failures. As a result of the digitization and other technological advances, consumer game content is increasingly sold via downloads rather than physical packages, Square Enix says in its latest earnings report. Monetization methods such as free-to-play, microtransactions, and subscriptions have given rise to greater diversity of business models outside of confines of traditional one-off sales. As such, consumer game market continues to grow. New releases tend to be met with either marked success or marked failure as players throng to a handful of major titles. That stance is admittedly a pretty obvious one, excuse me, given how often we're about the riskiness of the AAA development. Riskiness. But we spent the past several years watching Square Enix slowly catch on to some things that seem pretty obvious from outside perspective. It wasn't that long that the publisher realized it needed to get a better at marketing after it kicked a bunch of RPGs out the door with near zero hype. It's not also easy to look at contrasts like the fast-selling Final Fantasy 16 and lackluster sales of Forspoken without turning to a armchair financial analysis. Given to the intense competition in both consumer and smart device game markets, Square Enix says it needs to not only leverage existing intellectual properties but also to endeavor to create new intellectual properties to recruit development resources and continue to produce hits. That's not too far from the publisher's comments, less reliant on JRPGs like Final Fantasy and blah blah blah. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what Square Enix has to say. There's like certain games that are like taking everybody's game time. So yeah, I don't know what game this is, but it looks pretty cool. All right, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little article that I looked at. Maybe we can find some more stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Peace.